the blessings of the Buddhas of the three times. Even though you are now in great pervasive bliss of the unobstructed sphere of clear light, it is now that we need your great compassion. Quickly emanate the supreme body of the transcendental wisdom emanation from the various emanations of the dance of the great compassion of the supreme mind. Arise, rise, return from the sphere of the Dharmakaya. I invoke you, I invoke you. I invoke you for the sake of beings. Do not remain in the pure land of Dakini and other pure lands. Please return at once to make the scriptural and realization teachings flourish for sentient beings of the world of the South. Come back right away, because the desperate beings are kind and desperately calling you. They want to see you. They want to be blessed by you in body, speech, and mind. We are the sentient beings hallucinated and confused by the conception of ignorance in the sphere of the luminous emptiness of the three supreme bodies. We confess the surmise that we have degenerated. Let there be the auspiciousness of emptiness and compassion, the supreme auspiciousness of all auspiciousnesses. Let there be the auspiciousness of the quick meeting of the disciple and the Lama. By the power of the truth of the unchanging reality, may the perfect reincarnation quickly appear. I, the Dakini, with pure faith in sorrow and weeping in despair, due to the blessings of the three roots, may the wishes of this beggar be fulfilled. Object, subject, and action in a sphere of reality of luminosity and bliss. Written on this special day of the Dakini in a state of great distress, these prayers came to the Yogini Kadra Serengma on the 15th of 4th, 2023. Quickly translated by Botswana Fabrizio Palati. So we start in the Silver Book on page 141. I and all sentient beings as vast as space, from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment, go for refuge to the glorious pure Lamas, go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones, go for refuge to the pure Dharma, go for refuge to the superior Sangha. I and all sentient beings as vast as space, from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment, go for refuge to the glorious pure Lamas, go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones, go for refuge to the pure Dharma, go for refuge to the superior Sangha. I and all sentient beings as vast as space, from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment, go for refuge to the glorious pure Lamas, go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones, go for refuge to the pure Dharma, for refuge to the superior Sangha. Sangye chodam sakir chonam la jangchu badu dagni kapsuchi dagi jin sogi pedi dagi drola penche sangye chupasho. Sangye chodam sogi chonam la jangchu badu dagni kapsuchi dagi jin sogi pedi dagi drola penche sangye chupasho. Sangye chodam sogi chonam la jangchu badu dagni kapsuchi dagi jin sogi pestu dagi drola penche sangye drupa shu. In particular, in order to benefit all my mother's sentient beings, quickly and more quickly, I must achieve the precious state, perfect, complete Buddhahood. Therefore, I'm going to undertake the yoga of the Venerable Aryatara. May all sentient beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. And may all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from the desire for friends and hatred for enemies. Just pause to reflect on those immeasurables. Self-generation. In one instant I arise as Venerable Aryatara. Om Vajra Amrita Kundalini Hana Hana Hum Pe. Om Savava Shuddha Savadama Savava Shuddha Hum. Everything is emptiness only. While it is emptiness from appears wind, from ram, fire, from our transcendental wisdom skull cup, vast and big. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. Om Vajra Amrita Kundalini Hana Hana Hum Pe. Om Sarva Shuddha Sarva Dhamma Sarva Shuddha Hum. Everything is emptiness only. While it is empty, from calm skull cup vessels appear. Inside these, from whom appears the offering substances, whose nature is emptiness, and appear in the individual aspects. As the objects of enjoyment of the 6 senses, they give rise to special uncontaminated bliss. Om Agam Ahum, Om Padyam Ahum, Om Vajra Pupe Ahum, Om Vajra Dupe Ahum, Om Vajra Alake Ahum, Om Vajra Gande Ahum, Om Vajra Nudaya Ahum, Om Vajra Shakta Ahum. In the space before me, on a line-thrown lotus of moon discs, is Kadiravani Tara, who is inseparable from my root Lama. Above her, Venerable Atisha and the other lineage Lamas, and she is surrounded by 21 Taras and so forth. The Yidams, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Hearers, Self-Raisers, and Earthbound Protectors. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You are the nature of Vajrahoda, the very root of the 3 grand sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You in the nature of Vajrahoda, the very root of the 3 grand sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You in the nature of Vajrahoda, the very root of the 3 grand sublime ones. I prostrate to all gurus, the Saviour having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to dust, I prostrate. The Saviour having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to dust, I prostrate. The Saviour having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Lama that I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realization, to precepts, to use sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified by realization, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to use sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to use sublime community tending virtue, I prostrate. Om Sabha Tata Gata Sapariva Agam Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sabha Tata Gata Sapariva Padyam Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sabha Tata Gata Sapariva Pupe Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sabha Tata Gata Sapariva Dupe Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sabha Tata Gata Sapariva Alake Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sabha Tata Gata Sapariva Gande Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sabha Tata Gata Sapariva Nude Prati Sahum Soha. Om Sabba Tata Gata Sapariva Shabda Prati Sahum Soha. Sabba Tata Gata Sapariva Ahum. I prostrate to all the victorious ones and their children. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those to all others to the great enlightenment. Shimka Uchiyo Vajrabhumi Ahum Wensteseke Sashi Om Vajrareki Ahum Chi Chari Koi Kekoe Yusu Rigapurira Shalupapo Lo Zambuli Lu Balancho Jan Jaminyan Ludan Lupan Nayan Dan Nayan Shen Yoden Jojo Draminyenga Draminyengida Shadu Langpo Rinpoche Lokinda Rinpoche Nututa Rinpoche Jiangchu Sumo Rinpoche Shalom Mampo Rinpoche Lo Nugo Kolo Rinpoche Nujando Nobu Rinpoche Jiangshi Deche Tempo Bampa Dangi Shawadima Nutudawa. My own and others' body, speech, and mind, wealth and virtues of the three times, this pure, precious mandala, and a massless amount of Vajra offerings, I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yudam in the three precious ones. Please accept them through your compassion and bestow your inspiration. Sashi Poki Shushi Meito Travi Lovely she need again party Sange Jindu Mi Te Owa Yi Punanda Jila Chopasho. Please, Holy Jetson Guru, from the billowing clouds of compassion and wisdom in the sky of the Dharmakaya, make rainfalls of profound and extensive teachings or whatever is suitable for the ears of sentient beings who are the objects to be subdued. Idam Guru Ratna Mandaka Kamniya Tayami. Sangye Chodam Soki Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penche Sangye Jupashu Sangye Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penche Sangye Jupashu Sangye Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penchi Sange Jupashu. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. First round. Oh, sorry. To the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness, by training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness, by training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. First round. Ladang lamin chopengi, shabni pamola tude. Pompa kunle Josepe, Jomayam la chasalo, Ladang lamin chopengi, Shavni pamola tude, Pompa kunle Josepe, Jomayam la chasalo, Ladang lamin chopengi, Shavni pamola tude, Pompa kunle Josepe, Jomayam la chasalo, Ladang Lapin Chopengi, Shavni Pamola Tude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayam La Chatsalo, Ladang Lamin Chopangi Shabni Pamola Tude Pompa Kunle Josepe Jomayum La Chatalo Ladang Lamin Chopangi Shabni Pamola Tude Pompa Kunle Josepe Jomayum La Chatalo Ladang Lamin Chopangi Shabni Pamola Tude Pompa Kunle Josepe Dromayum La Chasalo Om Maria Tare Sapariva Agam Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Padyam Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Pupe Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Dupe Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Aloke Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Gande Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Nude Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Shabda Prati Sahum Soha Om Arya Tara Sapariva Om Ahum. To Aryatara's holy feet I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the merits of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of psychic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Jinkang Uwashu Bajabumi Ahum Wenseseke Sashi Bajareki Ahum Chi Chariko Ikikoe Yuso Ikapori Rao Shalupapo Lo Zambuling Nubalancho Jan Jaminian Udang Lupa Nayan Dan Nayan Chen Yoda Noda Chojo Dramin Yanga Dramin Yangida Shadu Lampo Rinpoche, Lokunda Rinpoche, Jangtusa Rinpoche, Jangtu Sumo Rinpoche, Shada Lampo Rinpoche, Lodudu Kolo Rinpoche, Nujak Nu Nobo Rinpoche, Jangsha Duta Chempo Bampa, Nangi Shada Lima, Lutudawa. My own and mother's body, speech, mind, and wealth, and our virtues are the three times. This pure, precious mandala and a massive Samantha budget offerings I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the three precious ones. Please accept them through your compassion and so your inspiration. Saji Poki Jushi Meto Tra Rolling ni de party sange jinju mi te wa yi kuna da jing la cho pa shu. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin please remain until samsara ends. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyatayan. Sange Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jin Sogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penchi Sange Drupasho Sange Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jin Sogi Pedi Dagi Drola Penchi Sange Drupasho Sangye Chodam Saki Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuji Dagi Jinsogi Peti Dagi Drola Penchi Sangye Jupasho. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge granting gesture that liberates from all fears. Okay, so we do the praises twice. I prostrate to noble transcendent liberator, homage tower, swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three-Born, Sea-Born Lotus, homage whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with bright blaze resplendent, as 1,000-star collection, homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience, meditation, hers, homage crown of Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors children, having reached every perfection, homage willing with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven worlds, able to draw forth all beings, homage worshipped by the All Lord, Shakna Amri Brahma Maru, honored by the hopes of spirits, Kopsras Gandhas Yakshas, homage with the train pay sound, destroys Moses' diagram, heavy pressing at flat riding, blazing in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with Juju Mudra, light rays masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her. Homage she so joyous radiant, crowned emitting gallons of light, Murphy laughing with Tatari, subjugating Mars Davis, homage she able to summon, all its guardians assembled, shaking frowning with a home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crowned adorned with crescent, moon ornaments were shining in a hand not sending out much light eternal. Homage she moved blaze for blaze light, eon ending fire abiding, righteous left just joy surround you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she will trace the ground with her palm movement beats it, scowling with the letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is fearless peace nirvana. She endowed with Lama and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage you, joy surrounded, tearing post bodies asunder, priest with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage Shuri with C letter, of the shape of syllable home, by foot stamping shakes the 3 worlds, merry mantra and binya, homage holding in a hand the hammock window Deva lake form, with host for Kantara and pay, totally dispelling poison, homage you, gods and their kings, and the generous to honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage she choose right bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with Tatara and Tutara. She dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, pathways set of 3 natures, destroy hopes of spirit yakshas, and raise corpses superinture. These praises with root mantras and prostrations Sasa 21. My prostrated noble transcendent liberator, homage tower swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three-Born Lotus, homage whose case combines 100 ornaments at fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent, as 1,000-star collection, homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patient meditation, homage crowned Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the All Lord, Shakra Amribama Maru, honored by the host of spirits, course raisers, Gandhari Shakshas, homage with a tray and pesa, this was magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right and blazing in a raging fireplace. Very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with 3 mudra, light rays masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her, homage she so joyous radiant, crowned emitting gallons of light, Murphy laughing with Tatare, subjugating Mara's devas, homage she able to summon, all earth guardians assembly, shaking frowning with a hum sigh, saving from every misfortune, Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments are shining, Amitabha in the hand, sending out my tide eternal. Homage to your blessed base, eon ending fire abiding, righteous bliss rejoice around you. Troops of enemies destroying. Homage you strikes the ground with her palm and the foot beats it, scaling with the letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy wretches peaceful, she is filled with peace nirvana. She endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she just surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, reached with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage you with letter of the shape of syllable, home. Bipod stamping shakes the 3 words, Mary, Manda, and Binya. Homage holding in her hand the Hermak Moon of Deva Lakeful, with her spoken Tara MP, turtle leader spelling poison. Shamishisha gods and their kings, and the Kinnaras do honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she disposed by dreams and conflict. Homage shoes, 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with Tara and Tutare, she disposed to be contagious. Homage full of liberating, Pablo set of 3 natures, destroys hopes of spirit yakshas, and raise corpses supreme to these praises with mantras and prostrations after 21. Venerable Ara, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions, and to clear away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions, and to clear away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions, and to clear away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Second round. Ladang Lamin Chopengi, Sabni Pamola Tude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayim La Chasalo, Ladang Lamin Chopengi, Sabni Pamola Tude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayim La Chasalo, Ladang Lamin Chopengi, Sabni Pamola Tude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayim La Chasalo, Ladang Lamin Chopengi, Shamni Pamo La Tude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayim La Chasalo, Ladang Lamin Chopengi, Shamni Pamo La Tude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayim La Chasalo, Padang Lamin Chopengi, Shabni Pamo La Tude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayim La Chasalo, Ladang Lamin Chopengi, Shabni Pamo La Tude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayim La Chasalo. Om Maria Tare Sapariva. Agam Prati Sahum Soha Om Arya Tare Sapariva Padyam Prati Sahum Soha Om Arya Tare Sapariva Pupe Prati Sahum Soha Om Arya Tare Sapariva Dupe Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Aloke Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Gande Prati Sahum Soha Om Maria Tare Sapariva Nude Prati Sahum Soha Om Arya Tare Sapariva Shabda Prati Sahum Soha Om Arya Tare Sapariva Om Ahum. To Arya Tara's holy feet I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the merits of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Jinkan Wushu Om Vajra Bhumi Ahum Wensesagizaji Om Vajra Reki Ahum Chi Chari Koi Kokowe Yuso Riga Pori Rab Shalupapo Lo Zambuli Lu Balancho Jan Jaminyam Ludan Lupa Nayan Dan Nayan Shin Yodan Toda Chojo Jami Yenga Jami Yengida Sadhu Lampo Rinpoche, Nokunda Rinpoche, Nututa Rinpoche, Jangdu Sumo Rinpoche, Shalom Mangpo Rinpoche, Lobdu Kutolo Rinpoche, Nujangdu Nobo Rinpoche, Jangshe Deche Chempa Bumpa, Nangi Shawa Duma, Nutu Dawa. My own and others' body, speech, mind, and wealth of virtues are the three times. This pure precious mandala and a massive amount of Vajra's offerings I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the three precious ones. Please accept them through your compassion and bestow your inspiration. Zaji Poki Joshin Meto Trari Rabli Shu Ni De Gen Padi Sange Jindu Mi Te Ua Yi Kunanda Jila Chopa. May my Venerable Lama's life be firm, his white divine action spread in the 10 directions, and may the torch of teachings of Losang always remain, dispelling the darkness of all beings in the three realms. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyatayami. Sangye Chodam Soki Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jin Soki Pedi Dagi Jola Penchi Sangye Jupashu Sangye Chodam Soki Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jin Soki Pedi Dagi Jola Penchi Sangye Jupashu Sangye Chodam Sogi Chonam La Jangchu Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pedi Dagi Jola Penche Sangye Drupashu. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the radiant gesture that liberates from all fears. So we do the praises 3 times. Oh, my prostrate noble transcendent liberator, homage Tara swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of 3.2 lotus, homage to you, face combines 100 ornaments at fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent, as a fastened star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerity, patience meditation hers with, homage crowned of Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquest children, having reached every perfection, homage filling with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the 7 world, able to draw forth all being, homage worshipped by the old Lord, Chakra Amri Brahma Mara, honored by the hopes of spirits, course phrases Gandhara Shakshas, homage with the tray and pesa, destroy first magic diagrams, hoping pressing left upright in blazing in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with 3 mudra, light rays masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her, homage she so joyous radiant, crowned again in garlands of light, method laughing with Tutare, she trading Mara's devas, homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking finally with a hum sign, severing from every misfortune. Homage crowned adorned with crescent, moon ornaments most shining, Amitabha in the hand, sending out my child eternal. Homage to you, blaze for blaze, for abiding, righteous justice just surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying, homage you strikes the ground with, her powerful beats it, scowling with the letter home, the 7 levels as you conquer, homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she lives with his peace nirvana, she endowed with Omen Soha, destroyer of the great evil, homage you to surround it, tearing both bodies asunder, priest with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to we see letter of the shape of syllable, by foot stamping shakes the 3 words, Mary, Manda, and Vinya, homage holding in the hand the Hemak Min of David Lake Palm, Wither spoken Tara MP, totally dispelling poison, homage to gods and their kings, and the kingers to honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels by dreams and conflict, homage to us bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with her tower and Tutare, she dispels the contagion, homage for the liberating, power is head of 3 natures, destroys hopes of spiritual actions, and raises closer between two, these raises with root mantras, and prostration doesn't. Oh, my prostrate noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of 3.2 lotus. Homage to you, grace combines 100 ornaments at fullest, blazing with my rays resplendent, as a 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience, meditation, herstory, homage crown of Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquest children, having reached every perfection, homage filling with Tutare, whom desire erection and space, trampling with the feet the 7 will, able to draw the whole being. By the old Lord, Chakra Ami Brahma Mara, honored by the host of spirits, close and nourish actions, homage with a train pay sounds, this was magic diagram, heavy pressing and stop riding, raging in a raging fire blaze, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus busy, truly of all enemies, homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with 3 jewel mudra, light rays masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her, homage shows was afraid and crown emitting gallons of light, Murphy laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mars Devas, homage she able to summon, all its guardians assembly, shaking frowning with a hum sign, saving from every misfortune, homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments were shining, Amitabha in a hand, sending up such light eternal, homage to you with the blaze light, eon ending fire abiding, righteous justice surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying, homage to you strikes the crown with her powerful beats it, scaling with the letter home the 7 levels she does conquer, homage happy virtuous peaceful, she is peace nirvana, she endowed with them and Soha, destroyer of the great evil, homage to you joy surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, priest with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to we see letter of the shape of syllable, by foot stamping shakes the 3 worlds, Mary, Amanda, and Binya, homage holding in the hand the Hemak Min of David Lake Palm, with her spoken Tara MP, totally dispelling poison, homage to you gods and their kings, and the kinnerers to honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels my dreams and conflicts, homage to you 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with her Tara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion, homage for the liberating, power is head of 3 natures, destroys hopes of spirit actions, and raises closer to every mantras, and prostrations thus are 21. Ah, my prostrate noble transcendent liberator. Homage tower swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of 3.2 lotus. Homage to you, Christ combines 100 ornaments at fullest, blazing with white rays resplendent, as a 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience, meditation, heavenly, homage crowned Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquest children, having reached every perfection, homage tooling with Chitare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the 7 worlds, able to draw total being, homage worshipped by the Lord, Chakra Amibama Mara, honored by the host of spirits, cultivated Gandhara Rinpoche actions. Homage with the Trempe sounds. Destroys first magic diagram. Perfect pressing left right. Blazing in a raging fireplace. Homage to the dreadful. Destroyer Mars champion. She with frowning lotus wizard. Who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart of fingers. Adorned with three mudra. Light rays masses all excited. All directions wheels adorn her. Homage she's so joyous radiant. Crown emitting gallons of light. Method laughing with Tutari. Subjugating Mars Devas. Homage to Salmon. All Earth Guardians assembly. Shaking frowning with a home sign. Severing from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent. Moon ornaments most shining. Homage harbor in a hand. Sending out much light eternal. Homage to the unending fire body, perfect justice surround you, troops of enemies destroy. Homage she is and bound with her prominent with beats it, scaling with the letter whom the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she will be peaceful. Is so hard, destroyer of the great evil. Homage to you, joy surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder. Peace with home and lowest mantra, the origin of the 10 letters. Homage to you, sailor. Other shape a syllable. My foot stamping shakes the 3 worlds. Mary, Amanda, and Binya. Homage holding in a hand the hammock made of David Lakeland. With her spoken tower and paid. Turtle leader swelling poison. Homage to you, gods and their king, and the kinnerers do honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflict. Homage she to eyes are bright with radiance, the sun and full moon, which was heart and Chitare. She dispels severe contagion. Homage for liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures, joy strength of spirits' actions, and raise corpses superintuitive. These praises of the root matches, and constellations, thus 20. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal. Okay, so we'll bless the tea and apple juice. So we use the verse on page 173, and the last 3 syllables of the 4th line are Chobabul, not Chaosalo. Ladang Lamin Chob. Oh, sorry. Omahung, Omahung, Omahung. Ladang Lamin Chopangi. Shabni Pamola today. Ompa Kunle Josepe. Dromayam La Chobabu.
So there's special dedications for this Puja, the success of the new Gompa project, harmony and prosperity for CI and CNC, successful grant applications made by CI, success in finding a qualified housekeeping manager to offer service to the center, success in finding qualified and suitable center director for CI, and a special dedication for Caro to have success in her visa application. May His Holiness the Dalai Lama have a long and healthy life. May all his work for the Tibetan people and peace throughout the world have great success. May all his students and followers be harmonious and gain great realizations, and may all his holy wishes be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. Please pray and dedicate for Kapje Lama Rinpoche to be reborn as quickly as possible in a place where he can be very quickly recognized and be of benefit to sentient beings. May Tenzil Osulhita have a long and stable life. May all his wishes be fulfilled, and may his projects be successful. May Khyentse Rinpoche, Losang Riksen, Geshe Losang Jamyang, Geshe Phuntsog Sultra, and all our precious teachers have good health, success, and long life. We always meet with such infinitely kind teachers who inspire us to enter the Mahayana path and teach us the methods to attain enlightenment. May all obstacles to the building of the Maitreya statue be instantly removed. May this great statue be accomplished quickly according to the holy wishes of Lama Yeshe and Kabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche. May all those who rely upon and have made specific requests to Kabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche be free of obstacles to having a long and healthy life. May they be able to achieve all the realizations of the path in this lifetime, and may all their activities please the Guru. In all their lives, may they be guided by qualified Mahayana virtuous friends, and may all their Dharma wishes succeed immediately. May all the students and friends who work so hard for FBMT in the service of the Dharma, who sacrifice their lives for Buddha's teachings and to relieve the sufferings of sentient beings, have long and healthy lives. May they realize the path to enlightenment as quickly as possible. May all the sponsors and benefactors of Chenrezig Institute, especially the Dharma benefactors and their families, have long and healthy lives and realize all their Dharma wishes quickly. May the Gubby Gubby people on whose country Chenrezig Institute sits have healthy and happy lives. We pay our respects to the elders, both past, present, and emerging. Please pray that the following people are reborn in a pure land or take a perfect human rebirth, meet a perfectly qualified Mahayana guru and Mahayana teachings, and quickly become enlightened. All those killed due to war, terrorism, or natural disasters, and all those who have met an untimely death, all those who have died from COVID-19, all those who have died in the war between Russia and Ukraine. Venerable Thupten Pemo, Tanyu Ling, Sindhu Korgankar, Margaret Gibson, Annette McGuinness, Mercedes Guyo, Gillian Kane, Pumpy Lung, Mark Lewis, Ong Keng Jun, Pat Lowe, Graham Jarvis, Claire Collins, Linda Harris, Lok Wan Sen, Mark Cole, Dimuro Rosetta, Robert Shun, Piska de Boer, Paulo Cassetta, Dan Connolly, David Maloney, Paul Bradley, Nguyen T. Lok, Jolene Heath, Marlene Robbins, Molly Pangmi Fung, Ghislaine Cagney, Maggie Wallace, Jose Augustolina de Abreu, Craig Gamel, Wan Yi Yung, Huyn T. Van, Mandy Mei Feng Shui, Lionel Tester, John Lanch, B. Yo, Michael Long, Suzin Gun Boher, Ignacio Gonzalez, Milton Serrano, Edmund Pham, Eden Kamek, Alexander Miga, Agnes Sanderson, Shane Jordan, S.B. Kamala, Diana Paolo, Charlie Coleman, Igor Bezborodov, Yichao Yung, Simon Rayner, Kinu Yoshinaga, Yange Lamo, Chung Bun Sin, Helen Anderson, Isabel Vuga, Elizabeth Normand, Alia Majid, Adri Fair, MS Wen Chong Yung, Christina Lydia Rocha Vieira, Censuran Buluj, Juan de Vincent Luna, Jacques Neville, Barbara Robson, Umai Chu, Yuk Chung Lu, James O'Neill. Please also pray for perfect human birth for the following animals, all those killed during gardening, cleaning, and other activities at their center: the snake at Mount Melon, the lizard, the baby snake in Seymour Close, Marcus the dog, Kangaroo and All Roadkill, Nala the dog, Joanna the dog, Boris in the Harmony Hut, Baby Possum, and Addison. We make prayers to the deities of the elements and the following people with health and life obstacles: all those affected by COVID-19, all those affected by the war between Russia and Ukraine, all asylum seekers in detention, all those being cared for by Karuna and Chidamani hospices: John McCraig, Christina Russell, Renata Ogilvie, Clarice and Nikki Lockridge, Tanya Duratovic, Jackie Keeley, Rose Linwood, Alana Miles, Sienna Miles, Christine Malloy, Annie Fran, Mandy Seal, Justin Marshall, Barry Warwick, Dan Parker, Mary Penn and Cat, Richard Gillow, Jane Bancroft, Colin and Kaya, Joan Holly and family, Grace Farley, Jane Fogota, Marie Saxon, Anita Glidden, Doug Norman, Michael Boltry, Venerable K. Miner, Heaney DeBella, Brendan the Musician, Lorraine Donovan, Barbara Compton, Carmen Gonzalez, Ian T. Ivan, Chris Perez Compton, Mary Compton, Hedland Rosenthal. We also make prayers to the following animals who are unwell: all animals in Australia Zoo Wildlife Hospital, all animals facing slaughter, exportation, and exploitation, all animals caught in bushfires, floods, and droughts, Rembrandt the dog. May the hearts of people throughout the world be filled with tolerance, understanding, and compassion for each other. May the leaders of nations recall their responsibility for the well-being of their citizens, ensuring that their actions are guided by wisdom, courage, and compassion. May all those who are experiencing pain, fear, and devastation as a result of war, terrorism, and natural disasters be instantly relieved of their sufferings. We pray that peace, happiness, and harmony prevail throughout the 10 directions where all sentient beings dwell.
Okay, 100, page 173. We're still in the Silver Book. Third round. Ladang Lamin Chupengi, Shabni Pamo Latude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayim La Chatalu, Ladang Lamin Chupengi, Shabni Pamo Latude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayim La Chatalu, Ladang Lamin Chupengi, Shabni Pamo Latude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayum La Chatsalu, Ladang Lamin Chopengi, Shabni Pamo Latude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayum La Chatsalu, Ladang Lamin Chopengi, Shabni Pamo Latude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayum La Chatsalu, Ladang Lamin Chopengi, Shabni Pamo Latude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Jomayim La Chasalo, Ladang Lamin Chopengi, Shabni Pamo Latude, Pompa Kunle Josepe, Joma Chula Chasalo. Yeah. Maya Tare Sapariva Agam Pratisa Hum Soha Maya Tare Sapariva Agam Pratisa Hum Soha Maya Tare Sapariva Dupe Pratisa Hum Soha Maria Tare Sapariva Dupe Pratisa Hum Soha Maria Tare Sapariva Aloke Pratisa Hum Soha Maria Tare Sapariva Yande Pratisa Hum Soha Maria Tare Sapariva Nude Pratisa Hum So Maria Tare Sapariva Chapter Pratisa Hum So Arya Tare Sapariva Ahum. To Arya Tara's holy feet I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of psychic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Jinkan o Wujo Om Vajra Bhumi Ahom Wensesege Sashi Om Vajra Reki Ahom Chi Chariko Ikeko Yusu Riga Porirab Shalupapo Lo Zambulin Du Balancho John Draminyan Ludan Lupa Nayan Dan Nayan Shin Yodan Hola Chodro Dramin Yanga Dramin Yangida Chadulampo Rinpoche Lokinda Rinpoche Nututa Rinpoche Jandu Sumo Rinpoche Chalo Manko Rinpoche Lodun no Kolo Rinpoche Nudu Janobo Rinpoche Jangsha Techo Jempa Bampa Nangisha Dima Dutudawa. My own and others' body, speech, mind, wealth, and virtues are the 3 times this pure and precious mandala and a massless amount of Bajra's offering. I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the 3 precious ones. Please accept it through your passion and bestow your inspiration. Saji Poki Joshime Tok Tri Robli Chi Ni Day and Party Sange Jing Du Mi Che So Yidro Kumuna Jila Chopa. Please bless myself and others to accomplish all our purposes in accordance with the Dharma just as we wish, and to pacify immediately the group of hindrances such as sicknesses, harm by spirits, and other obstacles. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniya Tayami. Sangye chodam sogi chonam la jangchu badu dagni kapsuchi dagi jin sogi pedi dagi jola penche sangye drupasho. Sangye chodam sogi chonam la jangchu badu dagni kapsuchi dagi jin sogi pedi dagi jola penche sangye drupasho. Sangye chodam sogi chonam la jangchu badu dagni kapsuchi. Visnurana, seeing only home and so hard, destroyer of great evil. Joy around, tearing first bodies asunder, priest with whom and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to a we see letter, of the shape of syllable, by footstamping shakes the 3 worlds, Merimanda and Vinya, homage holding in a hand the hair mark of Deva Legbo, with was spoken Tara and Pei, total leader spelling poison, homage you, gods and their kings, and the Kena as the one, Amadino, joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflict. Homage you to thy bright with radiance to sun and full with her heart and to tire. She dispels severe contagion. Homage for liberating. Papa is set of 3 natures. Joshua's hopes of spirit actions and raise courses superinturing. These praises with root mantras and prostrations thus are 21. Oh, my prostrate to noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of 3.2 lotus. Homage to you, face combines 100 ornaments are fullest, blazing with bright rays resplendent, as a thousand star collection. Homage golden blue and lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation heaven. Homage crowned Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached heaven perfection, homage filling with Tatare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the 7 worlds. able to draw thoughtful beings, homage worshipped by the old Lord, Shakna Amrabama Mara, honored by the hopes of spirits, cultivated Gandharish actions, homage with a trained pacer, disposed resurrecting diagrams, heavy pressing after the blazing in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, reboot founding who is slayer of all enemies, homage at a heart of fingers, adorned with three jewel mudra, light rays masters all excited, all directions wheels adorn her, homage she so joyous radiant, crown her mid in gallons of light, both with laughing with tirare, subjugating Mars devils, homage she able to summon, all of guardians assembly, shaking crowning with a home sign, saving with misfortune, homage crown adore with prayers, moon ornaments most shining, Amitabha in the hand, sending out my child eternal. Homage me to blaze like eon and in fire abiding. Watch your joy around you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage you strikes the ground with her palm for the beats, scaling with the letter home, the seven levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, shield through peace nirvana. She endowed with Lama Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage you, joy surrounded, tearing foes bodies asunder. Common knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to the music letter of the shape of syllable, by foot stamping shakes the three words, Mary Amanda and Dinya, homage holding in a hand the hammock with the David Lake, which was spoken tower and paid, totally dispelling poison, homage to gods and their kings, and the king as Luana, armored in all joyful splendor. She dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage to rise bright with radiance, the sun and full moon. We Tara and Titara, she dispels the contagion, homage for the liberating, powered by the set of three natures, destroys hopes of spiritual structures, and raises closer to Jintu. These phrases are root mantras and prostrations, thus are 21. My prostrated noble transcendent liberator. Homage Taurus with heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from open flames of the Lord of Three Bonjiva. Homage you, face combines 100 ornaments of fullest, blazing with thy rays suspended, as of house's dark collection. Homage golden blue and lotus, waterborne in hand adorning, giving epic austerities, patience, meditation, hership. Homage crown of Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conqueror's children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tatare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven worlds, able to draw little beings. Homage worshipped by the old Lord, Shakti Amribama Mara, honored by the host of spirits, cultivated Gandharish actions. Homage with a trained pace, disposed magic diagrams, perfect pressing left and right, raging in a raging fireplace. Homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Master Champion, she with frowning lotus physics, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with three jewel mudra. Light rays masters all excited, all directions wills adorn her. Homage she so joyous radiant, crown amid in gallons of light, both who laughing with Tatare, subjugating Mars devas. Homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking frowning with a home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon on her midst most shining, Amitabha in the hand, sending out my child eternal. Homage shield bleeds a blaze like eon ending fire abiding. Righteous gift of joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she strikes the ground with her powerful beats it, scaling with the letter home the seven levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she does peace, nirvana. She endowed with them and so hard, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she joy surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, reached with whom and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a witty letter of the shape of syllable home, by for seven shakes of three words, Mary Mander and Vinya. Homage holding in a hand the hammock moon of David Lake poem, which was found and paid, totally dispelling poison. Homage to your gods and their kings, and the king is to honor. Amadino Jekyll splendor, she dispels her dreams and conflicts. Homage to eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, which was spoken now Tare, she dispels her contagion. Homage for the liberating, powered by the set of three natures, destroy hopes of spiritual action, and raises corpse between two. These phrases with the root mantras, and then prostrations was 21. Oh, my prostrate to noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, sprung from open stamens of the Lord of Three-Bone Lotus. Homage to you, face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with vibracious splendor, as a thousand-star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience, meditation, hershey. Homage crown of Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection. Hobbing trilling with Chitare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven worlds, able to draw thought for being, homage worshipped by the All Lord, Chakra Amribama Mara, honored by the host of spirits, cultivated Gandharish actions, homage with a train pay sound, destroys British magic diagram, perfect pressing left at riding, blazing in a raging fireblaze, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage had a heart of fingers, adorned with three mudra, light rays flashes all excited, all directions will adorn her. Homage she's so joyous, radiant, crown emitting gowns of light, Merfu laughing with Titare, subjugating Mars Devas, homage you over disarmament, all earth guardians assembly, shaking frowning with the Humsa, saving from every misfortune, homage crown a dome and crescent, moon on image but shining, Amitabha in a hand, sending out a tide eternal, homage to you, Aretha Blazer, Eon and Empire by joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage to you strikes the ground with her palm wood beats it, scaling with the letter whom the seven levels she does conquer. Homage happy versus peaceful, shields feels peace nirvana. She endowed with woman so hard, destroyer of the great evil. Homage to you joy surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, priest with human knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to you ABC letter of the shape of syllable home, backward standing shakes the three words, Mary, Manda, and Binya, homage holding in a hand the hammock made of David Lakeville, which was for Kantara and Pay, turtle leader spelling poison, homage you, gods and their kings, and the Kinnaras do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels red dreams and conflict, homage you, to rise bright with radiance, a silent full moon, which was heart and Titare, she dispels severe contagion, homage full of liberating, powered by the set of three natures, just try hopes of spiritual action, and raise the corpse of Turin. These are mantras and prostrations, also 21. Oh, my prostrated noble transcendent liberator. Homage to our swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, spoken from open stamens of the Lord of Three-Bone Lotus. Homage to you, face combines 100 ornaments at fullest, blazing with outrageous splendor, as a thousand-star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience, meditation, history. Homage crown of Tathagata, action triumph without limit relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection, homage filling with Chitare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with their feet the seven were able to draw thoughtful beings, homage worshipped by the All Lord, Chakra Amri Brahma Mara, honored by the host of spirits, concentrated Gandharish actions, homage with a train pay sounds, destroys magic diagrams, every pressing of the writing, raging in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she was found in those visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart of fingers, adorned with three jewel mudra. Light rays masters all excited, all directions will adorn her. Homage she so joyous, radiant, crown emitting gallons of light. Earthly laughing with Titare, subjugating Mars Devon. Homage you over the Saman, all earth guardians assembly, shaking crowning with the home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments for shining. Amitabha in a hand knot, sending out my child eternal. Homage to you, Aretha Blazer, Eon and Empire abiding. Righteous death to joy surround you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage to you strikes the ground with her powerful beats it, scowling with the letter whom the seven levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is filled with peace nirvana. She endowed with woman so hard, destroyer of the great evil. Homage to you, joy surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder. Priest with whom in knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to ABC letter, of the shape of syllable, whom by seven shakes the three worlds, Mary, Manda, and Binya, homage holding in a hand the hammock minute David Lakeville, which has spoken Tara and Pay, total leaders spelling poison, homage to you, gods and their kings, and the Kinnaras do honor. joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflict. Homage she used two eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon. With her tower anti-tare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage for liberating, battle into the three natures, destroy hopes and spirit Jackson, and raise corpse to these phrases are root mantras and frustrations are 21. All my prostrate to noble transcendent liberator, homage tower swift heroic, eyes are lightning instantaneous, sprung from open statements of the Lord of Three-Born T-Born Lotus, homage to you, face combines 100 order moons at fullest, blazing with vibration splendor, as a thousand star collection, homage golden blue one lotus, water born in hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation herstory, homage crown of Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection, homage thrilling with Chitare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven world, able to draw thought of being, homage worshipped by the All Lord, Shakya Amri Brahma, honored by the host of spirits, cross-raising Gandharish actions, homage with a trained pace, this first rose magic diagrams, every pressing left out riding, raging in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning lotus visage, truly slayer of all enemies, homage had a heart of fingers, adorned with three mudra, light rays masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her, homage she so joyous radiant, crown of meeting gallons of love, nephew laughing with Titare, subjugating Mara's devas, homage she able to summon, all the guardians assembly, shaking frowning with the home sign, saving from every misfortune, homage crown adorned crescent, moon ornaments were shining, Amitabha in the hand, sending out my child eternal, homage to your wreath of blaze light, eon and fire body, rocket just around you, troops of enemies destroying, homage to you strikes the ground with, her palm and foot beats it, scaling with a letter home, the seven levels she does conquer, homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, shield, peace, Nirvana, she endowed with them and Soha, destroyer of the great evil, homage she joy surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, Reach with whom and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to we see letter of the shape of syllable, home, backward 70 shakes of three words, Mary, Amanda, and Vinya, homage holding in a hand the hair mark ring of David Lakeball, with her spoken tower and pay, totally dispelling poison, homage to gods and their kings, and the king of us do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels my dreams and conflict, homage to you, two eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with her tar and Chitare, she dispels the contagion, homage for liberating, power is set of three natures, destroy of spirit chakras, and raise course of Jinjure. These places root mantras and prostrations thus at 21. Oh, my prostrate to noble transcendent liberator, homage tower swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from open statements of the Lord of Three-Born T-Born Lotus, homage to you, makes combines 100 order moons at fullest, blazing with what rays splendid, as a thousand star collection. Blue one lotus, water born in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation herstory, homage crown of Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on by conquered children, having reached every perfection, homage filling with Chitare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with the feet the seven worlds, able to draw thought of being, homage worshipped by the All Lord, Chakra Amri Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, cause raises Gandharish actions, homage with a train pace out, displays magic diagram, epic pressing left out right, blazing in a raging fireplace, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning letters visage, chewy slayer of all enemies, homage at a heart of fingers, adorned with three mudra, Padre so excited, all directions wheels adorn her, homage she so joyous radiant, crown and meeting gallons of light, method laughing with Tare, subjugating Mars Devas, homage she able to summon, all earth guardians assembly, shaking frowning with the home side, saving from every misfortune, homage crown adorned with crescent, moon ornaments were shining, Amitabha in the hand, sending out my child eternal, homage with the blaze light, eon and divine body, Raja lifted towards around you, troops of enemies destroying, homage you strikes the ground with, her palm and foot beats it, scaling with the letter home, the seven levels she does conquer, homage happy, righteous, peaceful, she of spirits, peace, nirvana, she endowed with them and soha, destroyer of the great evil, Homage to just around tearing both bodies asunder, priest with whom and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to with the letter of the shape of syllable, whom by footstepping shakes the 3 words, Mary, Manda, and Linya, homage holding in the hand the hammock in a David label, with her spoken tower MP, totally dispelling poison, homage to gods and their kings, and the king of Duana, Amadino, joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflict. Homage to you, 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with her tower and Tatare. She dispels the contagion. Homage full of liberating. Kabbalah said 3 natures, to show hopes of spirit action, and raise sculptures with Ture. These praises with root mantras and prostrations are 21. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering it at dawn, upon waking, and in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness, will perfectly pacify all negativities, and will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. The multitudes of conquerors will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with this greatness, one will eventually reach the state of a Buddha. If affected by the most terrible poison, whether ingested, drunk, or from a living being, just by remembering one will be thoroughly cleansed. If this prayer is recited 2, 3, or 7 times, it will pacify all sufferings of torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poison, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you will get a child. If you wish for wealth, you will receive wealth. All your wishes will be fulfilled, and all your obstacles pacified. Offering the Toma. Om Vajra Amrita Kundalini Hana Hana Hum Pe. Om Sarva Shuddha Sarvadhamma Sarva Shuddha Hum. Everything becomes emptiness only. While it is empty from yams, appears wind from ram, fire from a transcendental wisdom skull cup, vast and big. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. Om Aryatara Sapari Vai Ilam Padinka Kakakai Kai. Om Aryatara Sapari Vai Idam Blinta Kakakai Kai. Om Aryatara Sapari Idam Blinka Kakakai Kai. Om Aryatara Saparivari Agam Padyam Pupe Dupe Aloke Gande Nude Shapta Pratisahum Soha. Om Aryatara Saparivari Om Ahum. Okay. Ladang Lamin Chopangi Zamni Pamo Latude Kompa Kunle Josepe Jomayum La Chatsalo.
So we just turn back a page to 185. We'll bless the tea. Om Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Hum Pe. Om Sababa Shuddha Sabadama Sababa Shuddha Hum. Everything becomes emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears ram fire, from R transcendental wisdom skull cup vast and big. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. So now we'll turn to page 300 for the tea offering. Just one prayer. In the gold book. Orikun kata Lama lo sentu, Doje chawan tenzi gatsu so, Taigu Lama rinchen cho sumla, Te tu si do adi buki, Chenem son de nude lundren so, Jampa po doje di denda, Hera kaso naman gudishi, Yidam kyuko la so tam chela, Te tu si do adi buki, Shenem son de nude lundren so, 转帕三给兰给的我做，所在的chân都是帕玛松，那松帕我卡罗他们吹了，得特特西都阿的不给，谁能送的那的论证，转帕三给西去去了做，所我才被诺如他们吹送，他帕三给西苏修一诺，一人帕玛完全拉索了，得特特西都阿的不。谁能送的你的论证错？你是跟普通全出去搞，马祖搞马那满头飞飞，跟普下去苦手全那么，这特特西都我的不给，谁能送的你的论证错？给人当个马路修为你，搞普全跑那满头飞飞，诺的诺是那路过去了，这个社会是看出怕的。Polo chodu no du so, serin china chama chuni sho, nashi si pe la lu shi danda, kiao po kuna koso chapada, la sin te ge drenyon tamche, te tu si do wa di bogi, shenam son de ne de lendren so, kai pa doja la ba ji danam, tan tu son component je pai, kai la yu la dra la nem pola, te tu si do wa di bogi, shenam son de ne de lendren so, Marguerite ju sem chen tam che da, no she doga nen che ne wala, te tu si se kem di she ne, tu na lan chu ma lu da yu chi, do na nan chi si pe lamas, te ge dren yan chen pa ma lu pa, kai pe yu di la lu shi dan la, te tu si do wa di bogi, shenam son de ne de lendren so, no one se mon de ton ye shaky. Namro daya masa me padi, so shene gadu shaduta, mene si te ge petrinezo, te shi la me kusa tampada, gedun te jin sin kopel, choso je ye gedu sumanam, labso nanu nanto te jinso, dazo te jin sin kopel wachi, shedre shi de namki sampat, shita sampa drujin drupada, Neronge sobaru chopesh, near was she was shingi love to so. And then back to page 186 in the silver book.
Towards the bottom of the book page where it says prayers. Venerable Arya and your retinue, please rest me the affection of your non-referential compassion, so I may be able to fulfill all my wishes without obstacles. Let the teachings and practice of victorious ones in general, and the doctrine of Losang in particular, spread to the 10 directions. Let the Sangha who uphold the discipline of the harmonious and may all ardent activities increase. Please pacify conflicts, famine, and sickness in this country. Increase the Dharma and good fortune. Expand the power of Dharma rules and grant happiness to all central and border areas. Please protect us from temporary and ultimate fears, such as the 8 and 16 great fears, spirits, plagues, nightmares, and bad omens, as well as the suffering of samsara and the unfortunate states, and so forth. May life, prosperity, and merits increase. May all negative thoughts be pacified. Please grant the blessings to realizations of the 3 principles of the path, and the 2 stages may quickly be completed. From now on until the essence of enlightenment, I have no other refuge than you. Please bless me and care for me as a mother does for her only child. Om Padmasapa Samaya Manupalaya Padmasapa Tendo Patita Dido Me Baba Sutashara Me Baba Supashara Me Baba Anarakto Me Baba Sava Siddhi Me Prayatsa Sava Kama Sutra Me Chitam Shreya Kuhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tata Gata Mama Richa Padma Baba Sava Ahum Pe. With all my actions performed here, with whatever I could not find or was not able to do, please be patient. Please also be patient with the rituals I have performed incorrectly or with omission. For the benefit of migratory beings, please abide in this image, granting wealth, highest goodness, and long life free from sickness. Om Supratisha Vajraya Soha. we doing the light offerings tonight? Okay. Dedication prayers. Gewadi Nududa Lama Sange June Jowa Chinkamalupa de Salagopa Shuk. Like a wish-fulfilling tree and a fortune-filled vase, you are the wish-fulfilling treasure, granting all desires and fulfilling all hopes. O conquerors, Malatara, and the conquerors of your children, take care of me and grant me your spiritual signs of increasing virtue. Page 321. Jiangchu Semcho Rinpoche, Ma Ke Panam Gegerchi, Ke Panam Pa Me Pa Yi, Gon Le Gon Du Pa Wa Shu, Dig Ten and Come Dear, Pen De Ma Pa, Yang Le Shu Wei, Sam Pe Yi Jin No. 他君素美，天津高处处，苦吹天晴，处处落竹树，同你邻居，尊嘟树陪，切切sauce。感千千诸公，刹那偏梦，天津高处so瓦接受，卷度路住数。Due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me and all the merits of the 3 times collected by numberless Buddhas and numberless sentient beings, which are completely empty of existing from their own side, may I, who am completely empty of existing from my own side, achieve the state of full enlightenment, which is completely empty of existing from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are completely empty of existing from their own side to that state which is completely empty of existing from its own side, by myself alone, who is completely empty of existing from my own side. I fully dedicate all these virtues to be able to train just like the hero Manjushri who knows reality, and just like Samantabhaja as well. I fully dedicate all my roots of virtue with dedication and praises of it, and all the gone beyond victors of the 3 times in order to have good conduct. For the Dharma King Tsongkhapa's way of Dharma to flourish, may all signs of obstacles be pacified, and all conducive conditions be complete. Due to the 2 types of merits, so 3 times of myself and others, may the teachings of Victorious One and Losang Driver shine resplendent forever. Want to do multiplying matches? 374. The Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfect complete Buddha, Varachana, King of Light, I prostrate. The Bodhisattva Mahasattva Samantabhadra, I prostrate. Tayata Panchajya Avabodani Soha Om Duru Duru Mukhi Soha Tayata Panchajya Avabodani Soha Om Duru Duru Mukhi Soha Tayata Panchajya Avabodani Soha Om Duru Duru Mukhi Soha Tayata Panchajya Avabodani Soha Om Duru Duru Mukhi Soha Tayata Panchajya Avabodani Soha Om Dur Dur Mukhi Soha Tayata Panchajya Avadani Soha Om Dur Dur Mukhi Soha Tayata Panchajya Avadani Soha Om Dur Dur Mukhi Soha. The Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfect complete Buddha, medicine guru, king of sapphire light, I prostrate. The Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfect complete Buddha, king fully accomplishing all dedications and prayers, I prostrate. Due to the blessings of the eminent victorious ones and the bodhisattvas, the truth of infallible dependent arising, and the power of my pure special attitude taking responsibility, may all the aims of my pure prayers be accomplished. Thank you.
Just to let everybody know that practices will continue in the Gompa tomorrow morning. There'll be Lama Chopa, and then in the evening another Tara Puja, and that will continue on Tuesday as well. So it'll be 7. Start at 7. Oh, should we start? I did talk to Georgie. We've put out an email, could change after Tuesday for Wednesday. Matt can reassess it by then. Yeah. I said 7. Yeah, it'll be at 7 for the next 2 days, and then after that we'll reassess it with Matt. Yeah, great. Thanks. And if people would like to assist in coming a bit earlier to light candles, or at the end of the session to help with water bowls and just tidying up, that would be great. Just to see Georgie.